In today's video, we are going to be working on the Hellcat swap Dodge Dakota from the Dodge Charger. Last video, we got a bunch of stuff done. We reconfigured the wiring. If it's a little bit noisy, it's because I have the fan running because it's extremely hot out right now. And I just got a few parts that I was missing. So we've got our positive battery cable. I still have more of that thick cable there. And I got some of these leads that I needed. So these lugs for the end, so we can crimp them on because we got to finish making our extra positive battery cable. So I have one already coming over. I need to make one more over to the battery. Let's get it made. And if you guys didn't catch the last video, we ended up bringing our other positive from the other fuse box to the back. Originally it was going to the front and it was sharing on one of these cables. Now I'm going, way overkill so we don't have to worry about any of these issues. We have two massive positive cables running to each fuse box, and they're gonna have their own separate lead going over to the battery. So like I said, I already have one here from pre-existing when we did this. So I'm gonna make one more and then I can put our kill switch back up here and reinstall everything. So let's get it made. Okay, so I'm just making this up with this tool. This thing is awesome. So this is going to crimp it. I just put the lug on here. I just stripped it back, took off a bit of the sheathing, threw that on here. And just so you guys are wondering, this is 3/0 AWG, so it is definitely a thick wire. So just throw this in here, whack it with a hammer, and it crimps it. Then we can put it on here, measure it. We'll cut the other end, and we'll put another lug on this side. Go. All right, here's the new setup, you guys. So a lot more going on for sure. I did prefer the 2-wire setup, but I think this is going to end up being a better situation for us. Everything's here, has lots of clearance, nothing's close to touching anything, so everything is solid. And we have 2 feeds coming from the battery. Again, super overkill, but maybe not at the same time. We just need to make sure we're getting enough power to the front fuse boxes. So we've got 2 feeds coming from the battery, and then they loop over, and then 2 feeds all the way to each fuse panel. So that's done. Everything's all good there. And these just loop over the top and they go to the battery over here. And there is a panel that's on the ground right there. So that little panel there goes here and covers all this stuff here. So pretty cool little setup here. And then the other thing I was working on was I did one other thing too. I just I used my flap wheel and just cleaned up the surface where the ground goes there. Also, I do have ground straps, so that one goes from the battery to the frame, and then there's another one over here that this is a factory ground wire, goes from the frame over to the starter area. So this goes over here on one of the transmission bolts. So I just cleaned up behind there with the flap wheel as well. So that's all good. And then the last thing what I'll do is, I showed you guys in the last video, this O2 sensor has this little nick in it. I don't know that it makes a difference, but I don't feel like figuring it out later. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna unscrew this, swap it out for the one off the spare engine that I have, and we'll plug it back in so it's ready to go. All right, so we're gonna take this one off. Doesn't have any nicks in it. And I'll just put this one here for now as a placeholder. Like I said, when we get more time, we can try it out if we really want to and see if this one is still okay with that little nick in it. I'm not sure what the casing does, if it has some sort of heater element in there. I'm not like an O2 expert. I know what they do, but I don't know whether that casing will affect anything. I don't know if anybody really knows, but we'll go ahead and throw this one back in. Okay, so that's there, and I'll just plug this back into our O2 plug. So there we go, it's plugged in. I just gotta snug this down and then we can move on. So it's late here on a Saturday. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. We'll continue in the morning. A few things that I do want to tackle. Like I said, I still want to mess with the brakes, but I'll wait till I at least get it running so I can actually see, the efficiency of the brakes, whether they're working a little bit better. Because I do want to try the different master cylinder. But what I do want to do is I have the door panels over there. I want to see if potentially I can get that done before we go as well, because we might be on the road for a while. So if I can get the door panels somewhat situated, at least they'll be done, because I don't know if we are going to come back after this adventure. If we make it to Roadkill Nights, there's a bunch of events there like within the next few weeks after, so I might just stay down there the whole time, or at least the vehicles might stay down there. So I want to see if I can get that done. We'll find out in the morning. Catch you guys in the morning. All right, guys, so it is the next day. We got Jonathug. Hey. Everybody's been asking where you're from, or where you're from. Don't answer where you're from. Everybody's been asking where you've been.
I've been working on my Jeep.
So, yeah, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, check it out. He's been lifting it and doing Jeep things that we don't understand around here. Around here, we lower things. Over there, he lifts things.
We got something special coming soon, though. We're going to have some shirts, but with Boosted Motorsports instead of my Jeep.
Yes, sir. So everybody's been asking for merch, so I'm going to start getting John to make the shirts since he's turned into the shirt expert. So that way, when I actually go places, as you guys know, you still can purchase through Teespring down below, but it's a third-party thing. I never touch the merchandise or anything like that, so sometimes when I get to the shows and stuff, everybody's asking for shirts, but I've never actually, I don't handle the merch. Teespring does it also. With John, I'll actually be able to have some shirts made.
Yep.
And speaking of making, me and him were just looking at this stuff and trying to come up with door panels. Everybody keeps asking what we're doing for door panels, That's probably the second most popular thing, other than is the Speedo gonna work? We have those two major questions. So here is a Hellcat door panel. Oh, probably I should say a Charger door panel.
There's a Black Widow.
And there's a Black Widow. Touch it.
Let's see. Does it hurt?
Is it actually in there?
Yeah.
Jeez, look at that Black Widow just chilling. Actually. Woo! That's what we do with Black Widows around here. We're trying to figure out what to do on this. I think in the essence of time, me and him were just talking, like, what portion or door card can we take out of this, put onto here? Because you can see the shape is a lot different. It kind of has this rounded back portion, whereas this looks like a big rectangle. So we have to make one or the other work. What I think we're going to do is take this door panel, and since this fits the actual door, I was going to try and take like a certain portion of that and graft it onto here. But again, I only have a week till we take off, and then I think the truck is probably going to be down south for the next couple months, and I still have to put the truck back together. So I really don't think I'm going to have enough time to get done what I want to get done. So I think what we're going to do for now is, you'll see this line here. That's the mark where the dash meets. It's the same mark as this. So we're going to cut that out, at least so we can get this door panel on. I might spice this door panel up just slightly. Like maybe we'll wrap this piece instead of the 90s kind of looking fabric. We might put that Alcantara suede stuff on here, just so it looks half decent. So we might do that. We're going to get trimming and cutting some stuff, and we'll see what we got. I don't know what to do with this. I think there's still a speaker in there.
No.
Not the infinity. It's so fast now. Everyone's gonna think we put fast forward on the camera. So here's the massive ugly hole. Dang, it's not bad actually. I think I gotta go a little up, but I'd rather take more out than needed. Yeah, we're gonna go up a bit, and then you can kind of see from the back. Actually, come over here, John.
Okay.
This is probably the ultimate tracing guide right here. So I think a little bit out of here, and then like some of this bulge has to come out, I think. Somewhere around there. So we're gonna trace this again, and we'll keep trimming. John's already got the switches mounted. We're gonna have dual switches. How many windows is this thing gonna have?
Plug and play.
It's gonna have 6 windows on this bit. Okay, guys. So John gave his approval. He said he gave an A. So this is how she looks. It doesn't look all that bad. So I just trimmed slowly and carefully through here, and it actually comes through pretty decent. Over here, like obviously the contour of the door panel is not going to be exact, but I mean at least everything clears for now. and I'm gonna have to make some sort of closeout panel, but if we just get this together, at least it looks half decent for the time being. And like I said, put some suede on here. We can take this card out, put suede on here. I might try to get like a manual door switch. There's like a panel, like a fill-in panel for the manual like roll-up windows. I can get that for now so that we could fill both sides, and maybe just rock this for the next few months while I just try to get through some events and stuff, at least so it doesn't look horrendous in here. And of course paint this black the way we've been painting all these panels and stuff like that. So let me mess with it a little bit let me mess with it for a little bit, and I'll show you guys what we come up with. Okay, so we're just cutting out this side so that both sides are done, and I tried powering up the system, but we don't have the transmission on, and you know, some sensors are disconnected. This thing will not even turn on. It won't even like acknowledge me with the key. Like I can't even cycle the key or nothing with the transmission removed. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna apply 12 volts to the window motor, because we need this to go down so that we can keep checking our clearance. That's what we did with that side, is we put the panel on and we kind of close the door and we could see what we need to trim out. So this window needs to go down, that one was down, and we're gonna use our little cheap, I can't even say it otherwise I'll get demonetized. You know where it came from, battery. This is from our little ratchet, and we're gonna put positive and negative, and we're gonna put this window motor down. So let's see. Hey. All right, here we go. Haha. All right, there's a mysterious man over here. We are out in the night. We finished trimming them. We're not going to close them out just yet. Again, this is just kind of getting stuff, at least so I have some door panels temporarily. Ideally and eventually, we're going to have to reshape these whole things. I'm going to have to spend a ton of time on these, you guys. The other thing too is, with the glove box being this is a passenger side, like the glove box kind of bumps into this speaker bulge, whatever we're calling this. And if you look at those ones, I don't know if you can see, but it's completely flat straight down. So we're gonna have to definitely do something different for door panels, but at least I can get something on here so that when the doors are closed, it looks half decent. And we are gonna use our favorite paint. So we're gonna use our favorite fabric paint. I'll link this down below if you guys want to check this out. We've done the whole interior on it. It looks pretty legit. So we're just gonna spray these. We're even gonna spray the fabric, see how that looks. If it doesn't look good, then we're gonna wrap these. I still have a little bit left over from the headliner too. All right, well, it's the next day, you guys. Huge thanks to Jonathug for stopping by. Whenever he comes by, we kind of just get a bunch of stuff done, hang out, and it's like I said, thanks again to John for coming by and helping us out. So the panels are painted. Again, we just use that fabric and vinyl paint, and it always comes out great, you guys. Never really disappoints. So we just painted this for now. We're thinking of wrapping them, but like I said, this is honestly temporary. It's just done enough so that, you know, when the vehicle's somewhere, it looks somewhat presentable. Again, it's not like ideal to have these big gaps and holes here, but I mean, when we close the doors, at least so it looks somewhat decent. So I'll show you guys how that looks in just a second. Also, I did end up painting that. I was gonna leave these, but I painted this as well. I'm gonna have to, I don't know. I don't even know because it's so temporary. Comment down below. Should I go and get the manual, you know, cover plates? So if you guys don't know, some of these trucks had crank windows, and those trucks that had crank windows and not the electric windows, it has just like a blank cover that goes here and there. Again, super temporary, so I don't even know if it's worth wasting our time. I'm gonna have to completely redesign these door panels. So we were looking at this to see if we could use the Hellcat door panel and kind of come up with some sort of strategy or plan to use this. But the other thing too is, what I'm gonna have to eventually do is cut somewhere here and then cut somewhere here and get this portion, like cut out this door card part and get it to work on here. But part of the issue, and I was talking with John, is because these are the higher trim levels, you know, with the leather stitch, it's got this padded section. So you can see it's got like 1/4 inch of foam. So to try to use that over here and then try to put this 1/4 inch of foam around everything, I think it's gonna be a lot more difficult. What I would probably be more inclined to do is try to find a base model charger door panel, and it's probably going to be the same, you know, plastic, textured plastic up here as well, because I think this is a higher trim level. And same deal within here, because you can see it's got this like 1/4 inch of foam right here. So for me to try to trim any of this stuff, it's gonna be hard because I'm working off of a foam piece. So if I get the base model ones, I'm gonna go look to see if base model ones are all plastic up here, because then I could cut here and I could plastic weld it here, sand it, you know, if I have to use fiberglass, whatever. But again, that's gonna be like a huge project as well. So for now, we're just gonna rock these. Like I said, at least it looks half decent with the door closed, so I'll show you guys that. And I also went ahead and painted these little strikers as well. So these things for the locks, we'll get those on there. Again, I might, that's another thing too, is I might convert it to this little round peg style that the newer Hellcat stuff has instead of these guys as well. But again, for now, it's not our main focus. So I'm gonna throw these on. I'll show you what they look like. All right, so that's how it looks, you guys. Like I said, it's not bad. And again, temporary. I know you guys are gonna say, is this temporary? It's temporary. And then again, temporary. I don't know if I should put it, I'm probably gonna put it across the screen. Temporary, just because I know somebody's gonna comment. I just put the switches here for my door locks, windows, all that stuff. Eventually I'm gonna put the 2 window switch in here. And why I'm holding this in my hand is I just made a hole through there to pass the wire through, and this is sitting in here solid for now. So that's our door panel, and she closes. Everything's good. And I still have to put like the screws and stuff in, but yeah, you guys can see, comes in through here, clears nicely. Like I said, I just have to put a couple of screws that hold the panel in, but that's how she looks. So pretty happy with that. Let's throw the other one on. And here's this side, you guys. So again, it looks pretty good. Comment down below whether you like just the blue race panel look better, or you like this look. Again, I trimmed it so that it fits perfectly for now with the doors closed. Looks pretty decent. You guys can see the other side, hopefully. So I think this is the way we're gonna rock it temporarily until I get more time to actually build some proper door panels. But I think this looks half decent for the time being. Everything clears, everything is good. Like I said, we're good to go there. So comment down below what you guys think of these temporary, again, temporary door panels. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna wrap up this video here because I just wanna give you guys a quick update. And that was just some stuff that I was messing with while I was waiting for parts so we can actually get to the serious stuff of putting this truck back together in time for our event at Roadkill Nights hosted by Motor Trend. So that's what we're trying to make. And the converter just showed up. So you guys are gonna have to wait till the next video because I'm gonna try to do my best to throw this thing back together as fast as I can. I've got a converter, I've got a transmission, drive shaft is done tomorrow in the morning. So cross your fingers, we're gonna try to make this work. Wait till the next video and we'll be putting this thing back together, and hopefully if all goes well, we'll be able to hit the road here in less than a week from today. So I'm filming this is a Monday and I have to leave by Sunday. So we got a tall order, but comment down below if you guys think we'll make it. Ask any questions below. Make sure you give it a thumbs up before you take off. Check out the other videos and we'll see you on the next video.